Radiation glowing, mutants all around. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but we know no matter what, we'll always have the time. Talk about the wastelands, talk about the lore, talk about surviving radiation storms, talk about the doubts, talk about the fears, talk about the game we all love. It's Fallout through the years. That Fallout show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to That Fallout Show, episode 63. I am Shalene, and joining me today is the lovely Vendertron. Hello, Vendertron.
Welcome, sir or madam.
And also the inestimable Rick McVick.
Okay.
Okay,
Hi.
how are you guys?
Doing swell.
Oh, wow, that's really convincing. You really sold it,
Rick.
Rick.
I have a crick in my neck.
Oh, that's right. You need Dr. Ho.
Oh yeah.
You guys know what Dr. Ho is, right?
Oh, I think we all know who Dr.
it's-
O is.
no, it's not. It's a transelectric nerve stimulation, and you tank these two pads and
Oh, no. Stimulate your nerves.
such a dad.
You guys are so dumb.
What is this here? Minute 54 in.
I think that's the quickest intro song to Blush that we've ever had on the podcast. Well, I'm glad you guys are doing okay. You must be doing fine if you're being dorks. I'm doing okay,
I don't know.
too.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
Nothing. Never mind. Continue.
Oh, the chat? You reading the chat? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to skip over that. Okay, podcast, That Fallout Show. Help us promote the show. It really helps us out a lot if you share the show on your social media, send us emails, like, subscribe, retweet our posts, and most importantly, tell your friends about this lovely show. Word of mouth is really the best vehicle for podcast growth. So telling your friends and your grandma's friends it's the best way that we find a new audience. And today we're going to talk about Fallout news, our gameplay, and we're going to dive into the patch notes for the new Steel Rain update for Fallout 76. I'm pretty excited about that. Was there anyone new to the Discord? I forgot to check.
Yes, there was.
Thank you.
Oh, just pass the buck.
Yeah.
No, it's not in the notes, but there's definitely we've got.
We have two new people in the Discord since the last show. We would like to welcome Tree Climber and Bloodfart.
That's right.
That's like trying to say it like Joe Dierte.
No, you've got to say it with the German accent because that's the only way. Bloodfart.
Oh my goodness. The second I saw that one join the Discord, I was like, oh dear.
You thought it was me.
I'm just gonna have to say this.
The Discord has been really quite interesting the last couple of weeks. Last week we ran a week-long experiment, which turned out to have amazing results. We're going to publish it in Nature. This week we had a standoff of emotes, people's most recently used or frequent emotes, which I have to say, some of you I identify with, particularly Schneewolf and RTZ13. Yeah, a lot of those emotes are like basically what I would use.
Yeah.
We also have a new channel. It's called the 100th episode extravaganza.
Yes, that's
Ooh,
true.
tell us
And-
about it.
We created this channel to help crowdsource or community develop our 100th episode for GameStack podcast. which, as you guys know, is coming up probably nearing the end of this summer into the fall. But we need to start planning it now because it's going to be a big deal. And so we are asking for some of your favorite moments or quotes or clips from previous shows. And if you are wondering where that one thing that Shalene said that was really silly, you can look back through our shows by going to our YouTube page and searching GameStack Podcast, and you can look through all the recordings. You can actually even right-click on the video itself and get a link of the timestamp in which whatever happened, because we want to put together a little montage for everybody. So,
and also, if you can't remember the clip, even just a memory, that sort of thing would be really cool too. We could talk about.
And so and then what else has been going on? Oh my gosh, we have a new extra channel called Plant Stack.
Oh, Plant Stack. I love it.
Plant Stack is amazing. I don't know why we didn't think about this sooner. But yeah.
I mean, not everyone thinks about showcasing plants. Is it active?
Well, I mean, everybody
It's
who
very
grows
active.
plants thinks about showcasing their plants. You don't understand gardening, Rick.
Yeah.
We're really proud of our plants.
Yeah. The other day, I went to the greenhouse to get wood chips, and I came home with a carload of plants.
Yes.
Look,
There's a reason why you're my mother's favorite son.
I totally understand, just like my father. I'm not the favorite. I totally understand what the plants, like the pride in the plants is, because I can't grow anything. Like, I'm lucky my kid has survived this long.
Hey, I don't know. You can grow a pretty mean set of sideburns.
He's right.
That's besides the point. Like, every plant thing.
Yeah, that requires no work at all. You just like let it grow.
Yeah. Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. No, like
Your
I can grow
your kid would be
plenty,
so.
No, I can grow plenty of weeds, like terrible, nasty, viney weeds that take over everything. But I can't. We have a potted plant, and I swear every day I walk out, the leaves are shriveled, no matter how many times I water it.
Have you
I'm the
ever
only one that waters
fertilized it?
No, I don't know. I didn't buy the thing. It's not my responsibility.
Well, I mean, it
but
is your
turns to my
responsibility. It
responsibility.
lives
This is
in
why
your home.
your plants always
No,
die,
it's,
Rick.
it's an outside thing. I didn't ask for this. It
Yes,
just showed up hanging in a
yes.
hanging basket, and I assumed that my family who purchased this would water it, but no. Every time I empty the dehumidifier, I'm like, oh, right, I've got to
So
water
it's
the plant.
probably not being watered often enough.
You're that plant.
every
You're that
day.
plant's only hope, Rick.
And
That's a terrifying thought.
Rick, please,
It's
please buy
depending
a
on
little
you.
bit of fertilizer for this plant. Just
Can I just
buy
poo
a
in it?
little fertilizer.
Go to your local eco center. You can get a whole bucket of compost, probably
Where
for
do
like
you
$1.
think I live that I have a local eco center.
I don't know.
You don't
have,
need to
like-
buy proper compost. Just get a little fertilizer concentrate, liquid fertilizer concentrate, or a little bag of Miracle Grow,
Isn't that what my
and
dog's
just
leaving
add
the yard?
it.
No, don't use that.
Grass
Yeah,
grows really
and
well, so
really-
Don't use dog poop. It's too rich. It'll just burn the roots.
I'm so worried about this plant.
I know.
I'm
You
just
should
so
probably
worried
send it
about
to Shalene or myself, and we'll take care of it.
I don't. It frustrates me because like I feel bad. I know I suck at it, and I feel bad whenever I walk past it. And it's like that lizard you find in your house after it escapes, like drying out and somewhat dehydrated. Help me! You killed me! Help me! It's like that every time I see it, and I feel bad.
Poor little plant. Goodness.
Well, anyways, so we
That
have
was
this
Plant
we have this
Stack.
plant stack channel now in the Discord, and it's actually quite active. Everybody's sharing their plants.
I need to post some pictures of what's left after the deer eviscerated my garden. Just it was awful.
Oh
The
no.
carnage.
What eviscerated it?
Deer.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Anyways, if you would like to get involved in the chat after dark, you can scroll down if you're listening or watching the show live right now. Right below in our Twitch page, twitch.tv/WeJustLoveGames, there is a link to our Discord, and you can join instantly. If you are listening to the show after the fact on one of our umpteenth million podcast platforms. Just navigate over to twitch.tv/WeJustLoveGames and you can find the link there. Or you can look on our social media account. I think the link is also available there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And with that, let's check out some news.
If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment.
I really enjoy the Wayne Newton intro. It makes me happy. This part's always awkward because, you should be able to like give the news away, but yeah, I'll just talk about the news. Wayne Newton, Mr. New Vegas, is Wayne Newton?
I didn't realize it was Wayne Newton.
Yes, Mr. New Vegas. Our first article is about the lovely River, the real-life dog who did the motion capture and was the inspiration for Fallout 4's dog meat. Unfortunately, this lovely German Shepherd has passed away. Joel Burgess, who was a developer on Fallout 4, was River's owner, and when River passed away, he shared the story of how much an impact River had on the team working on Fallout 4 and the character of Dogmeat. He hadn't initially planned to use his own dog as the direct inspiration for Dogmeat, but he also wanted to make sure that this companion was a companion and not just a weapon to assist you in combat. And he saw a new team member cover the desk with reference photos of German Shepherds who were snarling, growling, and biting. And so then he started bringing River into the studio. He explained that she wasn't brought in to be poked or prodded, but to become part of the team and to bond with the developers who were working on Dogmeat. The more they bonded with her, the more they saw Dogmeat as a character, a friend, said Burgess.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those doggy pictures. They're
Aren't
so
they
cute.
adorable? So cute.
Yeah.
But as more people began to spend time with River and contribute to the Dogmeat section of the game, Dogmeat looks like River. Dogmeat uses audio recordings of River, so River voice acted Dogmeat as well. And to get distress calls, Burgess actually locked himself in a different room where River couldn't see him. And when she started to call out for him, that was the noises that they used for the distress for Dogmeat. Those sessions were a little heartbreaking, Burgess said, but they also turned out to be great references for happy little celebration yips as well. So when they were reunited, the happy little barks of Dogmeat. And another trait of River's that was a direct inspiration for Dogmeat was the way that Dogmeat will run ahead of the player, stop, and then look back and wait for you. This was something that the developers noticed when they were taking River for walks, and they added it into the game. So I think this was just lovely, just beautiful. And Dogmeat was an incredible character in Fallout 4. I enjoyed Dogmeat in Fallout 3, but it was a very wooden, very empty, very hollow portrayal of a dog. And because of River's influence, Fallout 4's Dogmeat was very heartwarming and was easy to connect to. I really enjoyed this character in the game. She was a real character and not just a throwaway NPC. So our condolences to River's family and owner Joel Burgess. Yeah, you guys.
I always felt that Dogmeat seemed to have more of a personality than just kind of a companion would, and it kind of explains that. I didn't realize everything that kind of went into developing.
Yeah, it wasn't just a CGI dog that they've created. It was modeled after a real animal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and we knew that, but I just meant even just the little personality quirks. I didn't realize were so personal to the dog, I guess you could say, to the point where I think I overlooked it just because it seemed so natural, like it didn't stand out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just kind of a part of her.
I do find comfort in knowing that her memory will live on forever
Immortalized.
in the game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And go ahead, Shalene.
I knew that dog meat had been motion captured by a real dog, but I didn't realize that her characteristics and habits and animations were based on a real animal that the developers had come to love. And I think that real affection for this dog is it comes through in the game.
Yeah, that's River in the game. I always felt bad. I know there were some missions I would send her home for, and I always did feel like kind of bad, like, go home, But I always made sure I had a doghouse back in Sanctuary that she could hang out at. So she always was loved whenever she was in Sanctuary.
I was always like, you need to go home, because if you don't, you're going to die, and then I'm going to feel terrible.
Yes.
Oh, the whimpers when she
It
get
would
hurt.
break my heart when she would get downed and do the whimper. Oh, it was heartbreaking, just devastating.
Yeah.
I know that they didn't program this in Dog Meat, but like when it would get in your way and kind of like get stuck under your feet and walk around in the hall, you're like trying to move, get to and like you're trying to do the hall like move thing. Like that happens with real dogs.
Yes, you're cooking and then
just a
suddenly
fluke.
they're like between your legs and you're like,
yeah, like I know that was just a fluke of the AI, but it also kind of made it more real.
yeah.
You remember that video clip where the sole survivor is in that one hallway in Jamaica Plains with all of the lasers?
Yeah.
So many
Yes.
lasers. And he's like trying to disarm the lasers and Dogmeat just runs through there. I love that.
I remember that.
I love it. But Dogmeat and River's memory will not only live on through Fallout 4, but also through a very generous donation from Xbox and Bethesda. In honor of River's life, as a celebration of her life, Bethesda and Xbox announced that they will donate $10,000 to the Humane Society in memory of River. So
That's great.
that is a charity. It's the Montgomery County Humane Society, based in Rockville, Maryland. So that's a lovely thing that they did.
Awesome.
Yeah. So our next little bit of news here is it's a whole thing, guys. It's been a while since we've talked about community controversies. This is something we used to talk about a lot on the show, because there was a lot of drama in the wikis. Like the two wikis were feuding and then they fused together, and but we haven't talked about community drama, but we're going back to community drama today, because Nexus Mods has made some changes that modders do not like.
Uh-oh.
Most
That's
of
not
us have used Nexus, right? Like everybody in this room has used Nexus.
Coats.
Yeah, you want to mod it till it breaks. That's
That
Bethesda,
most of
half
the
the
times
fun
is
of Bethesda games.
Easier done than said.
Yes. And Nexus Mods is really it's where you go when you want mods.
Vortex.
This site is very, very important to modding, not only for Fallout games, but for Bethesda games and other franchises as well. It's very important to the modding community. But Nexus Mods announced last week that any mod that is uploaded to Nexus is going to be archived and available for distribution permanently. So,
That's good.
well, it's in a way, yes, but modders have taken issue with this, because this is basically Nexus claiming ownership of their work, and they don't like this. Modders want to be able to decide when their mods are up and when their mods are taken down. So
I see where you're going. Yeah.
yeah, they're very, very angry. A 30-day grace period has been given that began on July 1st. Nexus Mods, after this 30-day grace period, Nexus Mods will permanently store any mod that is uploaded. But during this period, a user may write the site's administrators to ask that their mod be removed. And this is an all or nothing proposition. The user either asks that all of their content be removed or none of it is removed. So they can't just remove one mod of their 10 that they've created.
Huh.
And after this period, no user may ask for their mod to be removed from the site. So this seems like a strange call to me.
Yeah.
It definitely does seem weird. I can't think of the benefit.
Is
That would be
Nexus mods for profit?
No. They take donations for like you can pay for like premium server downloads and stuff like that, but it's all donation based.
Oh.
I have the free version and there's no issues with using the free version at all.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with the modders, it's all donation based.
It seems like a really strange move to me, and I would love to hear if you out there in listener land are a modder or one of the Nexus admins. Shoot us an email, info@wejustlovegames.com. I would love to hear your take on this situation and why you've made the choice that you've made regarding this. So I feel like this decision is so unpopular that I think it's probably going to have to be undone if Nexus is going to remain the top modding website. Alternately, I think that modders are just going to find another alternative. They're going to build another alternative because modding is about freedom. Freedom to do what you want with your games. You know, freedom to create and alter and change and this permanent archival of the work it's contrary to that spirit. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, especially that they're not even letting you take it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's the strange thing. Now, if they're trying to like, I can't think of what the angle would be. But that's the part that doesn't make sense to me is that they won't let anyone take anything back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't know if it's. I mean, if you upload stuff and you don't read that, that's why it's important to read those EULAs, people. That's why you need to read those.
But who reads them though? Like no one reads
Nobody.
them. No one.
Next. Agree.
Yes. Scroll.
Next.
I did see an article like a couple months ago where a lady won like $10,000 for reading the EULA. It's like
Oh,
down
nice!
in the bottom it was like, if you get to this point, like give us this code or something and you'll get 10 grand or something like that. And she won money because she read the EULA.
Wow.
I love that. That is so great.
Yeah.
Well,
everybody out there is going to read the fine print now on everything.
For like once, and then they're never gonna do it again.
Some of the fine print on some things is really funny though. Like people will slip little jokes in there,
mhm.
like da 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 da. Be sure not to operate this with a herd of elephants, and you're like, huh?
Wait,
like,
what?
It's a radio. What? Like what?
Yeah.
Actually, one company that does that really well is Mackie, which is the brand that makes sound mixers and other audio equipment, right? Rick, you know them. If you read their instruction manuals, it's riddled with silliness. I love it. It's so good.
I've never read their manuals.
Yeah. If you've got an old Mackie manual, pull it out and give it a little read. There's some little good things in there.
Check it out.
Lovely. Well, that's all I have about Nexus. Just wanted to keep you guys posted on that situation because it will affect the future of modding. You know, where
Right.
this story goes will change the future
Yep.
of modding. And the next article, this is one, I don't really want to go through this one point by point because it's very, very long, but I did want to point it out so that you can seek it out yourselves. Newsweek did a write-up on Fallout 76. They talked with some members of the developer team about the shaky launch of Fallout 76 and basically the journey that this game took from where it was in the beginning to becoming a really homey place for the community. You know, it's a lot of the people that are still playing Fallout 76 think of it more as a place to hang out than they do a game. You know, but this is a really neat article. It's a very interesting perspective. those of us who have been, involved in the community, definitely have a different viewpoint than someone looking at this game's development from the outside. And this was a really interesting read. So I definitely recommend that you guys check out this Newsweek article by Harrison Abbott. It's called Fallout 76 Steel Rain. Bethesda says, please give game a chance after hard lessons. So, encourage you guys to check that out. Speaking of Steel Rain is now available. Part 2 of the Brotherhood of Steel. Yes.
I'm like, we named the show episode Steel Rain, and you're just going to gloss over that article? But wait, there's more.
Yes, but wait, there's more. Yes, and we've got some hibachi knives later, too.
Yes.
Yes.
Had hibachi for dinner.
Decide the fate of the Brotherhood of Steel in Steel Rain, now available. So this is the little blurb from Bethesda.net, and I'm just going to read the first bit of this. Tensions are mounting as the Appalachian chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel come to odds with an unknown threat and each other. In Steel Rain, the exciting conclusion to Fallout 76's two-part Brotherhood of Steel questline, out now for all players. So, definitely check out this new bit of story content. I'm very excited. I haven't started it yet.
So let me tell you everything that happens.
Okay. Yes, he's teasing. No spoilers.
He dies.
Yes.
He dies.
The spoiler.
Yeah, it's a classic Fallout ending where it just ends with that, slideshow montage.
Yes.
Start over.
Ron Perlman narrates.
Could you imagine if everyone lost their character progress and had to start over at the end of Steel Rain?
Oh my gosh.
I wish that there was like a spoof ending where it did go to that montage, but then it was cut short by a cameo of Moira Brown. Just walking onto the screen. Oh, hi there. We hope you're enjoying the new DLC. Blah, 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 blah. And then everyone's like, get off the screen. What are you doing?
You're not even born yet.
The timeline's all out of whack.
Yes, it would have to be like Moira Brown's ancestor.
Yes,
Mary
her
Brown.
grandmother.
Lovely.
Mary Brown. Bucket of chicken, just...
Oh man. Having a look. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So I've done a little bit of the story, and so far it still keeps up with that same feeling of the last DLC that they did, and it's already ramping up to be pretty interesting as to what is going on, how this will conclude, and what the climax will be. Considering we know that the Brotherhood of Steel is fractured in a way. It still kind of bugs me that there's 5 soldiers in this fort, and they're like, the powerful Brotherhood of Steel is fractured, and you're like, well, it's Tim and Terry against Tony and Randall. So I mean, it's not really a civil war, it's more like a civil scuffle. But I mean, I do understand what they're trying to do, and it is a cool.
It is implied that there's more than 5 guys.
I know. They're out on patrol. We've got plenty of men. How many patrols do you have? Enough. 50, 100,000 patrols everywhere.
Mind your business. It's a need-to-know basis,
single file to hide our
soldier.
numbers.
Meanwhile, the patrols are all lighting multiple campfires. It looks like greater numbers.
But yeah, so I mean, but the story is cool. So far, it's interesting, and I'm curious to see where it goes.
Lovely. I can't wait to start it. If you look at this most recent Inside the Vault, it talks about how Steel Rain has launched, but it also mentions some more things that came with this update, including legendary crafting and Season 5, titled KD Inkwell, An Escape from the 42nd Century. And this one, the description is real silly, so we're just going to go through this. The time-traveling heroine KD Inkwell is back in another exciting adventure. Help KD escape from the 42nd century and the Soulless Collective, the MIND organization. What is more terrifying than walking, talking human hybrid dolphins? Why, that would be walking, talking human hybrid dolphins with a singular porpoise, the assimilation of all mankind.
Nice.
Where did they get this?
Do you ever just like stop and ask yourself, like just standing there thinking, and you're like, what's my purpose in life?
You just gotta grab life by the dorsal and keep on swimming, man.
I don't know, guys. So long. Thanks for all the fish. That's it for Inside the Vault. There is a mystery pick sale at Mamerg's this weekend, so if you're watching live or checking out the archive as soon as we've recorded it, you can check out the mystery pick sale with Mamerg. And with that, let's go ahead and roll into the patch notes for update for this update. It's there's a lot going on. They changed a lot of things.
Oh,
So,
dear.
yes.
I vote Rick does this part.
Go ahead, Rick.
Steel Rain, the Brotherhood of Steel storyline concludes with Steel Rain bringing you all new quest locations, rewards, and more legendary crafting, up-tiered your weapons, power, armor, and armor with legendary crafting. Season 5, Katie Inkwell returns. Katie Inkwell and Escape from the 42nd Century, a brand new season starting today. Wallet upgrades, we've increased the max amount of caps, gold, bullion, script in a player can hold,
I'm
as
really
well as some daily
excited
vendor
about
limits.
that, by the way.
Batteries not included.
Yeah, so there is a lot that is going on here. They've introduced legendary crafting from the PTS into the main servers, and it's not quite what I thought it was. And to kind of, correct something that I've said last episode of TFS, what it does is it basically turns your non-legendary items into legendary items. 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, depending on what you pick. You have to have legendary cores and legendary modules in which to do the legendary crafting. And the more stars that you have, the more materials it will cost. You can also re-roll current legendaries that you have as well. So if you're not happy with a current roll that you got on a LNG, for let's say, you can re-roll those and hope for something better. So it's not exactly how I thought it was going to be. I thought you could kind of pick what legendary thing that you want. And it's not like that at all. Like we said before, Katie Inkwell's back with Season 5. There's some pretty cool stuff in there. Like, I just got the yellow cardinal. The red cardinal in the birdcage. Clean out the birdcage. Clean out the birdcage. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. And
Pretty bird.
No, resist the urge.
Pretty bird. So the other thing I was going to say is they have a Red Rocket Collectron, which looks like a red version of the Iron Giant, and I need that Collectron in my life. The wallet upgrades are really cool. The increase of a max amount of caps up to 40,000. The gold bullion script player can hold as well. And also the daily vendor limits have been increased as well, including how much scrap you can sell, or you can earn when you sell legendary items. It makes things feel so much better.
Yes.
You can clean out your inventories as we speak. And, little hot tip, you can finally sell those stupid floater grenades.
Yes!
Ah, those dumb little things that basically just make farting noises and with a little
Yes.
color. You can sell those now. So there you go. Minerva is a gold bullion vendor who sells things from the gold store, but on sale. I haven't seen her yet. I don't
Me
know if she's
either.
triggered from a section in the storyline. I do... Yeah, I don't know when she comes around for players or not. So there you go. She'll be around at some point. Let's see here. The Steel Rain quest line obviously is up and running. If you've completed the initial Brotherhood of Steel DLC, then you'll be able to talk to, I think, Russell Dorsey at Fort Atlas. And either way, it starts at level 20 if you started a new tune. Along with legendary crafting comes legendary power armor. So if you're like me and you really wish that power armor was better in this game, well, now it's gotten a bit better. You can actually get 1, 2, or 3-star legendary power armor, and you can get legendary power armor drops, but that only includes the Raider and the T-45 from random creatures. However, you can purchase plans for the T-65, the X-01, and so forth, and then make them legendary with legendary crafting. That's pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to some of the stuff there to see if I can transition out of my standard armor into power armor because I really want it. So I think I'm going to start working on XO1. There's various legendary balance changes. You know, some of the attributes, they've added some new ones like aristocrats. Now, folks, this could be the new meta. So far, the meta has always kind of been bloodied, but aristocrats, catch this, damage increases as your caps increase. So the maximum of plus 50% damage at 29,000 caps. The limit is 40,000 caps that you can have, so you can spend at least 11,000 caps while keeping a maximum of plus 50,000 damage on your legendary weapon. That's going to be insane.
That is
So
a really neat effect.
Has a lot of damage at the cost of keeping rich. I think this is going to be something I aim for later, like having a special build set up for this.
If I could get a power fist with that effect, forget it,
roll
son. I would just be wrecking everybody.
Well, Archon picked up a aristocrat's what was it, machete?
Yes, it was a lucky machete.
And it was like 150 damage right off the bat, like just nothing else on and no damage perks or anything. So yeah, it's a pretty nasty thing. There's other stuff in there, but it's not as cool. There's like Juggernauts, which damage increases, your health is increased, and Gourmands, which if you fill your hunger and thirst meters, you get damage boosts, but they're not anywhere near as nasty as aristocrats. So you can look through that. There are new meat week rewards. That is the pepper shaker, the grocery cart grill, the fruit wreath, the fruit bowl, and decoy duck set. And that's going to be returning August 17th through the 23rd when I'm on vacation. So thank you, Hesda, for that. You can actually purchase additional camp slots and special loadouts, so you're not stuck with just the one extra that they give you. Then there's various bug fixes and improvements. I didn't see anything in here that was incredibly amazing. Shalene, do you see anything?
There was one that was really, really important. Give me a moment. Here it is. Players can now soak in the hot tub with a friend.
I can see it now. Jessica Starr and that crew is going to join the hot tub meta on Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually have some real awkward pictures, screenshots, of myself and Archon trying to share the hot tub, and it was not working. So Jim Justice is like crouched in the hot tub, and the water's like at his forehead level. It's awful. It's quite silly. So now you can sit in the hot tub with your friends.
But yeah, so there's a bunch of different various bug fixes and whatnots, and a lot of it's just small stuff that was little issues here and there. It's nothing major at this point, really. So yeah, you can check that out on the website. And that's it for the patch notes.
Here's a good one. Decapitated NPCs will no longer respawn their heads when players check their inventories.
Okay. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Said hey,
Ooh, for primal cuts, that's the one where you get the prime meat for Meat Week. Enemy corpses are no longer disintegrated when using plasma or laser weapons. That's wonderful. It was really hard to find them sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah. I think that's all of the very important updates.
I think so too.
Okay. Well, thank you, Rick, for rolling through those patch notes for us. And you know what?
You're welcome.
I had a rough day. I had a rough week. It's been a week. And I could do with some retail therapy. Vendor, why don't you tell us about some ballistic bargains?
All right, Shalene. Well, guys, step on into the Atomic Shop. This week's update is from July 7th to July 13th. The Steel Rain update is here. Show your support for the Brotherhood this week with some free items. The Brotherhood of Steel Backpack Flare and Fallout First members can also claim the Mr. Fuzzy Backpack Flare for free for this month. Available till July 20th and August 8th, respectively. You can also visit the Atomic Shop each day to claim a different reward, like consumables, in-game currencies, and more. Each of the items below is available until 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the following day. Trail Fireworks, July 7. Caps, 250, available till July 8th. The Repair Kit, July 9. Nuclear Keycard, July 10. On a July 11, the Legendary Script times 50, the Lunchbox on July 12th, and on July 13th, the Super Stim Pack. You find yourself longing for your very own man cave? Perhaps you've had your heart set on building a creepy lair or a cozy abode. Make those dreams a reality with the brand new Abandoned Mine Shelter. Also, for the first time, stock up on additional camp slots and special loadouts, including the 2 free camp slots and special loadouts you already own. You can have up to a total of 5 camp slots and 15 loadouts. For a total of 1,500 atoms, you can get the Abandoned Mine Shelter. 1,000 atoms, you can get the additional camp slot. 500 atoms, the additional special loadout. And for 1,800 atoms, the Brotherhood Bundle. Some items from last week are still available for a limited time. You can find the 4th of July Parade Bundle, the Parade Pants, the Patriotic Paint, the Fixer, and then also the 4th of July Frame, 4th of July Player Icon, Rocket Ceiling Fan, that sounds interesting, and the American Patriot Power Armor Paint Set, off 40% off. So, as for the Brotherhood of Steel, they have a very strict dress code. Look the part while playing through the Steel Rain questline with the Brotherhood of Steel Bundle, which includes the Brotherhood Bundle, Steel Rain Power Armor Paint, Brotherhood Armory, Brotherhood High-Tech Stash Box, the Brotherhood Head Wrap, Hero of the Wasteland Statue Set, 40 lunchboxes, 40 repair kits, and 40 scrap kits, all available in the Atomic Shop. As well, the bundle does include the Steel Rain Power Armor Paint, the Brotherhood of Steel Head Wrap, the Steel Stash Box, and the Brotherhood Armory. Be sure to pick up anything that catches your eye because these items will only be available until 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 13th, which includes the Fash-Nashed mask display, the Stein display case, traveling salesman outfit, cash register vending machine, Raider vending machine, winter vending machine, coffin vending machine, billboard shop set, and vendor sign set. Last but certainly not least, the weekly offers include, available from July 7 until today, the Raider Vault Boy set. Until July 9, the basic Power Armor Paint set. July 10, the Dungeon Door. July 11, the Monocle. July 12th, the Top Secret Door. July 13, the Nuka Girl Rocket Suit. And July 14, the Plague Doctor Mask. And lastly, the Bone Gas Mask with Fallout First until July 13. That's it for the Atomic Shop, Shalene.
Thank you so much, Bender.
Nice.
You do that really well. I definitely am probably not going to pick up much of that, but I did like the free backpack flares. They're very, very, very cute. We were talking about those in the chat just now. So
I did get the Fash-Nashed mask display though.
ooh, I got that too. I haven't put one up yet though.
Me neither.
I need to do some redecorating at my camp. It's I haven't made any changes in a long time, and I have a lot of new items that I could use.
I'm gonna rebuild my camp.
Yeah, I'd like to decorate my vault too. The nice vault with the fish tank. So.
Oh, right. I wish I got that. Thinking about getting the cave. I don't know yet. I want to build a fort.
The cave is pretty cool.
Well, you can build your very own man cave, etc., etc., etc.
What if it was a Mothman cave?
Oh.
I love it. So, aside from some camp building... What's your gameplay, Rick?
So I haven't played a ton of Fallout 76 before Steel Rain, and since Steel Rain came out, I've played it, I think, almost every day. I got into the story a little bit, and I'm not going to go into that, so I'll talk about some of the other stuff that's auxiliary. Ancillary? I don't know what the right word is.
Ancillary is a good
Ancillary.
word.
To the story. And, well, I have been trying to do a lot of the public events so I can grind some legendary cores to get enough to make some legendary power armor that I like. I decided I'm going to go with the X01 because I have a full set of it. And it looks pretty cool, and I like it. I know it's not as good as the T65, but I'm just playing with it for now, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm back to my bloodied build, just because I'm just more set up for that, especially with going through actual story content and trying to do the daily ops for real. That just requires the bloodied build for sure. So anyway, doing the daily ops is fun. The the new daily ops with the anti-armor bullets when you're a bloodied build basically means you get one shot every time you get shot.
It's
so
rough.
every time I get shot, I get dropped. Get picked back up, shot, dropped. But luckily, I'm also a glass cannon and do a lot of damage. Especially the last time we played, where the enemies were scorched and I had my bloodied prime ultra sight LMG. I did much damage. Beyond that, I'm trying to think. What can I talk about that doesn't give away? We've been looking for Minerva. We haven't found her, which makes me think that it's going to be story based, and I've heard some inklings that also kind of confirm that. I can't think of what else that I've done. I do need to rebuild because this is Brotherhood of Steel focused, and I'm starting to kind of get into power armor a little bit. I decided that I want to rebuild another fort. I had a fort one time in the Cranberry Bog, and it was pretty cool, but I want to kind of put one somewhere else where it doesn't constantly get attacked, or I don't.
Yeah, it was on top of a mole rat spawn, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on top of
Yeah.
a mole rat spawn. I had a bit of a surprise today. I accidentally, I summoned my survival tent and didn't realize that I got the Brotherhood one. And it's pretty cool.
I like the APC.
There's no way to play music, though. So I
Mhm.
guess because it comes with the Tinker's Workbench.
Yes, being able to scrap costs you music and a stash box.
Yeah. Well, no, you have the stash box.
You have a scrap box,
and a scrap box.
not a stash box.
I have a stash box and a scrap box.
No, just the scrap box in the APC.
Pretty certain it's got both.
I'm pretty certain you're wrong.
And it's got... Then what's next to the stash box? There's a box next to the
There's a
scrap
scrap box and there's a cooking pot, and there's a bed and
Yeah.
and the bench, and that's it.
Okay, just continue.
I'm confused.
You're gonna make her rage quit.
Shut up! Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love that that's there. So anyway, yeah, it's but that's kind of it. I can't talk about too much without getting into the story. So yeah. Oh, look at that. Thank you.
No, on the standard tents there are, but not in the Brotherhood APC.
I'm done talking now. I really don't have much else to say. It's just I've been running a lot of like the daily challenges and stuff like that. So there's not really a lot of content there. But yeah. So what about you, Ben?
That's it. Played a lot.
Okay. Well, I have been playing some Fallout 76. I wrapped up Season 4. I had to spend Trust Fund Atoms on, like, the last 30 levels because I slacked off a lot
Slacker.
for this season, yeah. But there was a really cool jacket towards the end, so I did want to get there to the end. And I'm wearing the jacket, and it's pretty sweet, if I must say. Pretty freaking sweet. And I've been working on dailies. I am trying to stay up with Season 5. I don't want to fall behind again. That kind of sucked, having to spend all those Trust Fund Atoms. So I've been doing the dailies. Haven't had a chance yet to start the new storyline for Steel Rain. I'm hoping to be able to do that this weekend. But yeah, most of my gameplay has been hanging out with you and Archin. And then last night, I spent some time playing with Archin and Alex, and that was really fun.
Aw.
Yeah. I really enjoy daily ops. We had a resilient daily op a couple days ago, and those are my favorite because it makes me feel useful as a fisticuffs player. So really like the resilient daily op. Yeah, I don't have anything too specific. I don't really have any particular stories, but I have been enjoying the homework and enjoying hanging out with you guys. So it's been good times. Yeah. And I think that's a show, you guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any announcements or anything?
Just the Oak and Crow.
Okay. This show is brought to you by Oak and Crow Coffee. So please visit oakandcrow.com to purchase a bag of We Just Love Coffee. And $2 from your purchase will go to the Children's Miracle Network. And thank you so much, Oak and Crow, for sponsoring the show and for working with us to have this special proprietary coffee blend. I think it's really, really cool that we have a coffee blend. Vendor, did you have something?
Yeah, I also wanted to mention, once again, if you guys have any particular things that you want to mention about the show for our 100th episode, join our Discord if you're not already in there, and mention it in the 100th episode channel.
Lovely. Thank you so much. And you can also tweet at us at That Fallout Show, at the network at We Just Love Games. You can tweet at Rick McVick, and myself at Shalene L, and Vendertron at VendertronN. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/thatfalloutshow, facebook.com/group/thatfalloutshow, facebook.com/WeJustLoveGames, and facebook.com/group/WeJustLoveGames. You can send us emails to info@WeJustLoveGames.com, info@WeJustLoveGames.com. If you're watching the video version, give us a like, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WeJustLoveGames, or here on Twitch, where we record live every Friday at 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, twitch.tv/WeJustLoveGames. If you're one of the audio folks, you can find our show on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever fine podcasts are given away. And please leave us a review. It really helps the show to gain some visibility when you leave us a good review. I've actually started using Pocket Casts.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I asked for some recommendations for new podcast platforms because I hate the Apple Podcast app now. And the Pocket Cast seems to be the best one. I really, really like it.
What about Spotify?
Spotify sucks. I hate Spotify.
What?
You know I hate Spotify. I've always hated Spotify. Yeah.
But I mean, it's not that bad, right?
I hate it.
It's not that bad
for you.
It's not that bad when you pay for it.
Oh. Hey, by the way.
There we go.
By the way, it has a stash box.
It didn't. It did not in the beginning. I know it didn't.
Staring at it right now.
I know it didn't. I know it did not have a stash box.
Look.
If
well,
it
you
has
can't see
one
it.
now, that is new.
Got a stash box.
Please,
next to the scrap
someone
box.
confirm. Someone confirm that I'm not insane. But okay, Rick. Okay, Rick. I'll give you this one, buddy.
Thanks. Finally, I only had to boot up the game mid.
Check us out on
what it takes.
GameStack, our general gaming show. And we also do Twitch streams now and again. Thank you so much for listening. Does anybody have a last word?
It's got a stash box.